For me, all bets are off, given not just this military conflict between Russia and Ukraine, but the related economic conflict, full-on economic conflict now between Russia and the West.
Well, we've got a Twitter poll running right now, actually, ladies and gentlemen, which is, would you be willing to pay more tax to fund our armed forces? Well, if we're talking about paying less national insurance, we're talking about trying to kind of get some kind of subsidies, I suppose, for hard-up families, or frankly, just most families who are seeing their gas, electric bills go through the roof, and potentially putting more money towards our armed forces. Can we actually afford this?
I think, look, there are lots of people that would pay more for our armed forces. We've had a reduction in defence spending since 1989, since the Berlin Wall fell, throughout most of my adult life. And a lot of people think that we've gone too far on that. But it's a separate question if we're prepared to weather really, very extensive economic sanctions on Russia, which, however justified they are, and of course they are, we want to pressure the Kremlin, given this brutal, aggressive invasion. But it is going to cost ordinary people an awful lot of money.
Yeah.
I hear lots of comfortable, well-off media commentators saying, we just need to pay a bit more and help people in Ukraine. This isn't like buying organic vegetables. This is going to be a lot more. The price of oil just hit $130 a barrel. Back in December, it was $70 a barrel. That's a huge percentage increase. Yeah. And I would say that a lot of our politicians, they've been very quick to impose sanctions, and rightly so, but there is going to be economic fallout. The president of the World Bank said at the end of last week, this is an economic catastrophe for the global economy. He was talking mainly about poorer households in developing countries where they import lots of food. And of course, as you rightly said, Mercy, Russia's the world's biggest wheat exporter. Ukraine accounts with Russia for a third of the world's barley and maize. This is huge. Yep. But it's not just people in poorer countries that are going to suffer, also people here in the UK and the US, and that will change the political dynamic.
And just